Happy holidays!
Hey everyone, Merry Christmas and welcome back to the channel. Dan and Leslie here, back for another video about life in Orlando and what we've been doing to celebrate the Christmas season.
I can't tell you how many times last December, whenever we would see things happening in Orlando, I would say, Dan, I cannot wait. I just want to be there so we can do everything over the Christmas season. We have jam-packed in as much as we possibly can, and we still haven't done everything that Orlando has to offer.
But first, if you would like help planning your next magical trip to Orlando specifically, or really any destination that we offer, Disney, Universal, all cruise lines, or some all-inclusive resorts, we would absolutely love to help. And you can learn about that by going to fantasticalvacations.com. You can either select a travel agent from the list of wonderful travel agents that are on that website, or you can reach out to us directly at Dan and Leslie at addictedtothemouse.com.
Let's just talk about all of the fabulous Christmas things that we did over this holiday season.
The first thing we did, we started off early back in November with Universal. The two of us went and checked out everything that Universal has to offer for Christmas, and we started that meeting Earl the Squirrel.
Hold up, I am on my way, I'm in motion. Let's go to the ocean. Yeah, let's go outside.
First up, we are meeting Earl the Squirrel.
How are you?
We can hang out on the beach without freezing. Yeah, isn't that amazing? In Christmas times, we'll be chilling and having
Earl the Squirrel was
good
absolutely adorable. I loved dancing with him. He was so cute. He is...
I think there's a bunch of people out there going, who the heck is Earl the Squirrel?
So he's Universal Orlando's like iconic Christmas holiday squirrel, which apparently, I guess the story is that they were putting up decorations years ago and something had chewed through some wires, which was a squirrel. And so the birth of Earl the Squirrel was...
Before last year, I didn't know who Earl the Squirrel was, and now I have an Earl the Squirrel mug and enjoyed meeting him and can't wait until next year.
Because he's so cute.
He's adorable. Then we met the Grinch in person, and that was just simply fantastic.
The Grinch was so wonderful.
The actors that they have playing the Grinch, this one in particular, the first one that we met, was probably the best improv actor I have ever seen in real life. Like, this guy stood there, and we were on a media event where all these YouTubers and just people editors of magazines and stuff would go up and just pepper him with questions and try to, and it was very impressive because he didn't use the same line twice that I saw. It was very cool.
Yeah, he was very entertaining to watch with everyone. Then after that, we got to go see the Hula Day Spectacular, which we had seen last year. We knew we were gonna love it, and once again, it blew me away. It's just really wonderful.
It's basically a live Broadway performance of How the Grinch Stole Christmas, and they do a fantastic job. Universal, it's in Islands of Adventure at Universal Orlando. This is gonna be a must-do for us every single year. This is a really, really well done show. We did see it last year, but we saw it again this year, and it's just gonna be one of those traditions living here in Orlando.
We got to go and have a little reserve section to watch the parade, which that Christmas parade featuring Macy's is absolutely wonderful. It is a long parade, so be prepared to stand there for a while, but I love that they give every single intellectual property, characters, they give each of them a fair shake, and they all get a float and a balloon, at least one of both, and they've got some street dancers and stuff, so it was really, really done well.
Yeah, I really enjoy the large balloons that they walk down the street, kind of like the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. It's really, really cool. After that, we walked through the Tribute Store, which they redo every season, and for the Christmas season, it was themed to a department store. There were 4 sections like there usually are. just themed to different department stores. You had like the Harry Potter one, of course, the regular Christmas one, the Earl the Squirrel one, and then the Grinch one, of course. So that was super fun. And then we wrapped up that day by going over back to Islands of Adventure into Hogsmeade and watching the projection show on the castle,
which we had not seen before, and it was so beautiful. I loved how they incorporated the projections along with the music that tugs at your heartstrings from watching the movies, and all of kind of like the culmination of several different Christmas time events that happened during Harry Potter.
I really love the fact that it's really short. It's like 7 minutes or like just under 7 minutes, and they do them multiple times. So basically from dusk till the park closes, they are doing the show over and over and over again. And so you can literally just be walking through Hogsmeade, stop, see it, and then keep on walking. Like, it's not something you need to stake out for hours like a Disney fireworks spectacular or anything like that. Fast forward a couple weeks, and we brought the kids back to Universal to have a breakfast with the Grinch.
Yeah, so breakfast with the Grinch was interesting.
It was not as good as meeting him the first time.
It was probably not my favorite thing that we did this holiday season, but I'm glad we did it and we experienced it once. Having green eggs and ham pizza is something that I may not ever experience again.
Weird. But honestly, that was one of the best things. The food was not the star of the show. The Grinch was. Unfortunately, the Grinch only spent about 10 seconds with us. He snapped a picture, said a couple of lines. Not as good of an actor as the first guy that was playing the Grinch. I was a little disappointed, honestly. Yeah. I'm with you. This one probably won't be an annual event for us.
The next thing we did is we went to Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. It is back in all its glory, and we had a great evening.
Yeah, we have missed Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, so it's kind of fitting that our first full Christmas we get to experience it. It is not the cheapest thing in the world. It is definitely one of those, if you kind of balk at the price tag, you can skip it and be fine. But there's something so magical. As soon as that party started, snow started falling down Main Street.
And tears started streaming down my face.
Snow is falling down. It's like the best part. The storm is on its way. But as long as you're around, everything will be okay. 'Cause all I wanna do is spend this holiday with you. Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for me and you.
And it was perfect.
It was perfect.
It was so awesome. And that giant Christmas tree right there in Town Square, and you turn around and you see the castle, and it was so magical. And then, we didn't actually end up staying the entire time at Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party because we felt like we kind of got our fill. I really enjoyed the fact that it was not as crowded, didn't seem quite as, just stressful as Mickey's not so scary Halloween party. But we got to do everything that we wanted to do in a lot shorter amount of time.
Happy to be happy.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way.
We've got no treats for everyone.
It's a sweet trip to the king.
Hello, everyone.
We were able to maximize our time there. We actually got to ride a couple of rides that had very, very short wait times. And we experienced the stage show and the parade and the nighttime spectacular. And we got to try the treats, and we brought a lot of treats home with us. But it was just really a great night.
It was great. That parade, I don't even know which parade would be better between the Macy's over at Universal and the Mickey's over at Disney World, at Magic Kingdom. I will say I do appreciate the fact that just the park admission, you can see the Christmas parade at Universal, whereas this is a separate ticketed event for Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. I think I love the toy soldiers and the dancing reindeer. They both have Santa. But I love the balloons over at Universal, and then the fact that Santa lights the tree when they go past, when he goes past. So they're both fantastic for different reasons, which again is what's great about living here. You can do both and kind of get your fill.
We capped off our holiday season here in Orlando with the Candlelight Processional at Epcot, and we had the celebrity narrator was Neil Patrick Harris. Absolutely wonderful. It has been a dream of mine for years to be able to see him be the narrator, and finally my bucket list item has been checked.
Do not be afraid, Mary, for you have found favor with God. And behold, you will conceive in your womb and bear a son, and you shall call his name Jesus.
Fantastic show, regardless of who the narrator is. If you don't know what the Candlelight Processional is, it is at the American Gardens Theater, that big outside amphitheater. It does have a cover for most of it, and there's a big giant stage inside Epcot. They do 3 shows per night, so when we saw it, it was at 5:30, 7, and 8:30 were the 3 showings. And if you want a seat and you don't want to have to stake out a spot in line hours in advance, it is highly recommended to get a dining package, which is what we did. It does cost a little bit more, so we went to Beer Garden. Normal adult price there is $49. We paid $65 each to not only get the meal at Beer Garden, but also to get a ticket so that we could get in the dining package line. We got in line a little over an hour before the show started at 8:30, and we got set super close to the stage, whereas that standby line, I don't really think you'd get a seat if you got in an hour before the show started. So I don't know. I highly recommend the dining package, though, if you can swing that.
Yeah, it was wonderful. So the Voices of Liberty, that's one of my favorite things during the Christmas season, to go and listen to them. And so getting to watch the Candlelight Processional with the Voices of Liberty, and then they have like extra choral people as well as an entire band, and it was just, I guess I should say orchestra. It was just spectacular. So gives you goosebumps.
The narrator basically reads the story of Christmas from the Bible, like the verses out of the Bible. And then in between verses, the orchestra and the choir and the Voices of Liberty, they all sing Christmas carols. So everything from Silent Night through the Hallelujah chorus, it lasts about 45 minutes. It's fantastic. If you're not in the Christmas spirit after seeing this thing, that's crazy. Like, it is wonderful. I think this will probably also become an annual tradition for us. So that's what we did. And I think there are definitely a lot more things that we could incorporate into our annual traditions. And one of them that I'm looking forward to hopefully doing next year is the Night of a Million Lights. This year was at Island H2O. It is to benefit Give Kids the World, and it was over at Give Kids the World through COVID the last couple years, but they moved it over to Island H2O. I honestly
We tried to squeeze it in.
Couldn't squeeze it in. There's just so much to do, and going around like these smaller towns, like downtown Winter Garden, I would love to go to and spend some time during the Christmas season. There's just not enough time to do it all.
Celebration has some great decorations and activities, so there is no lack of really amazing things to do around this area whenever it is Christmas time.
If you're thinking about moving to Orlando and you are a fan of theme parks and Christmas, You will love this time of year here. Not to mention, the weather is fantastic. The rainy season is over. And for the whole month of December, it is, well, I think it's like on Christmas, like we're recording this a little before Christmas, but on Christmas it's supposed to be colder. But it's been fantastic weather. Like
lovely.
50s in the morning, and then it gets up to 70s, and then back down to 50s. It's great.
Yeah, it is just beautiful. So, needless to say, we have been filled with the Christmas spirit living here in Orlando this year, and we are so excited to get to check out even more next year and figure out a time to fit everything in. If you are liking these videos, please hit that like and subscribe button so you don't miss the next one.
And we will see you on the next video.